A schizo may not always have a pencil, but Maya will always have a pen. King James. Let's talk about it. So, King James has a very, very famous and very popular and very well-read book of the Bible. I'm going to turn my music down just a little bit, friends. So, King James. His wonderful version of the Bible. So most people think that King James version of the Bible is literally the translation from Latin to English. Now, if you guys are my students, you'll remember in a previous class I said that the English language is a spell. It's a spell. So the fact that King James took the Bible that was probably written at that time in Latin and translated it into English, of course you're going to say, he was such a nice guy. He was such a nice guy. He took his time and translated the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelations, from Latin to English. I mean, you know, he was the king of England, Ireland, and Scotland. So it's only fair that he puts it in a language where his own people can read it. Yeah, that kind of does make sense. It does. I agree. I also know this, that there were only a very small group of people at that time that could actually read, regardless if it was English or if it was Latin. And the small group that could actually read at that time were wealthy white men. Wealthy white men. So, nice King James goes and converts the Bible from Latin to English, but only like a handful of men could read it. Not even all white men. Not even all white men. Only wealthy white men could read it. So, okay, great. So let's back up a little bit, right? Let's back up way, way, way before King James was even born. Because I think that's the great start to kind of understand why King James was so befitting to translate the Bible from Latin to English. To the point where today, people still hold on to his version of the Bible as if they really know what his version is all about. Of course you don't know. Because if you did know, you would not have anything to do with King James or his version of the Bible. So let's back this thing all the way up. We're going to back it way, 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 way up. We're going to back it up to England. Of course, we're in the Tudor era. Right? The Tudor era. Because King James is an offspring of the Tudor family. I will explain to you. So, we all know, well, we don't all know. So let me not assume that all of my students know what the professor knows. So let me tell you, students, that King Henry VIII was Henry Tudor. He came from the Tudor family. And so Henry Tudor had a sister. I don't remember her name, but it probably was like Margaret or Martha, because that was their names, or maybe Elizabeth. But anyway, whatever. Sister Tudor. So Sister Tudor, she was a princess, and she went to marry royalty in Scotland. Okay? So King Henry VIII's sister went to go marry into the royal house in Scotland. Okay, y'all with me? So, Princess Tudor, let's just call her Princess Tudor of England. Princess Tudor marries a Scottish royalty and gives birth to a daughter named Mary. Mary is also known as Mary, Queen of Scots. Mary, Queen of Scots, gives birth to a little prince boy named James. So he grows up to obviously become King James. All right, so we kind of understand the family tree a little bit. So we're going to go back to England, because we're going to tap into his, I guess his second uncle or something like that. I don't know, maybe somebody could tell me, was King Henry VIII the second uncle of Prince James of Scotland? I don't know, but somehow they were related. Anyway, I broke it down to y'all. You guys figure it out. So we are now with King Henry VIII. So little James is not even born yet. King James is not even born yet. So when King Henry VIII was first wife, he was married to a Spanish queen named Catherine of Aragon. Catherine of Aragon bore him one daughter named Mary. For some reason, it just didn't happen for Catherine to give birth to a son. And Henry needed a son. He was my music. I'm sorry. So anyway, so he needed a son. And Catherine was unable to give him a son. So I know that is very sad and hurtful for all kings. I get it, right? Because that will protect the bloodline. It would, having a son. So his very pious wife was very distraught that she could not give her husband a son. And I don't know why my music is not playing. It's a different song. Anyway, I'm gonna stay focused. We in class, right? So Queen Catherine of Aragon had a lady's maid named Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn was set up by her parents. I shouldn't say her mother, because we all know women didn't really have power back then. By her father and her uncle to seduce King Henry VIII. And she did. She seduced him, she seduced him. Until the point came where Henry was like, screw this baron to give me a son, Queen Catherine of Aragon. I don't want her anymore, for I need a son. So he wanted to divorce Catherine of Aragon. But the Catholic Church was like, nah, I understand you the king and all that, but you're not going to just be divorcing her. You're not going to do it, sir. The answer is, you're not going to divorce her. Look, if you want to have Anne Boleyn as your mistress, sure, let her stay your mistress. You have mistresses anyway. He was like, no, I don't even want Catherine of Aragon anymore. He even went as far. So let me quickly tell you about Catherine of Aragon. Catherine of Aragon was betrothed to the throne of England. What I mean by that was, Catherine of Aragon first married King Henry VIII's elder brother. But he died like right after they got married. Maybe a few, I don't know, you can Google it. I didn't research how long they were married, but I know it was a very short amount of time that they were married. And so Catherine said that her and the former prince, Tudor, never consummated the marriage. So fast forward to now, where Henry no longer wants Catherine of Aragon. Henry's like, yo, I I know she was with my brother. I know she was with my brother. I was young back then. She was cute and all that. And I wanted to be, she was with my brother. Because that would have been, I suppose, one of the reasons why the Catholic Church would have granted the divorce. But it wasn't believable. It wasn't believable. So Henry was like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm really sick of this woman. She gave me one daughter, and all of these years I've been married to her. She's not as pretty as she used to be when she first came to the English court. She's older. I'm sick of her. Give me this young Anne Boleyn, and maybe she'll give me a son. So the Catholic Church was still like, that's a no-go, Henry. And Henry's like, okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm about to just split the entire country of England from the Catholic Church. And that's what the hell he did. That's what he did. He split from the Catholic Church. And the break from England and the Catholic Church happened during the 16th century. And he started the Church of England. And when he started the church, because he's the king, right? So he starts the Church of England, and he declares himself the supreme head of the Church of England. He does. And so what this does to the Catholic Church, because the Catholic Church, let me be very, very clear with you. The Catholic Church, friends, they pretty much rule this world to today. They do. So the Catholic Church had so much power back then that the Catholic Church could seat and unseat kings. And now that England has, because of a king, pulled away from the Roman Catholic Church, it lessened the power of the Catholic Church. He did a steal. In exchange, he married a young woman named Anne Boleyn. Because he was able to divorce. So when he split from the Catholic Church, started the Church of England, he was like, yo, I'm the head of this shit. So I want to divorce this old Spanish princess queen and marry this young, hot lady's maid, who was also of nobility. Of course she was. She wasn't from a peasant family. She was of nobility. So, bye-bye Catherine of Aragon. Bye-bye. She was still highly respected, though, despite what her husband had did to her. So he goes and he marries Anne Boleyn. And Anne Boleyn does bear him a very special child. She does. The only problem is that very special child was not a boy. It was a girl named Elizabeth. And Elizabeth does become the Queen of England. And she reigns for a very long time. And she reigns with a lot of power and a lot of prestige. I actually respect what I know of Queen Elizabeth I. I really do. I think she was amazing. For so many reasons. For so many reasons. Okay. So, Henry was like, okay, cool. You gave me this little girl. I already have a girl married. But it's alright. We'll go ahead and keep Elizabeth. Go ahead and get pregnant again. So, Anne Boleyn can't play. She know she gotta have a son. Because that son will protect her position in the English court. Right? So, Anne Boleyn gets pregnant. But unfortunately, she has a miscarriage. And it happens, unfortunately, right? But she doesn't tell Henry. She's afraid to tell her husband. So let me tell you what rumor says she did. I don't know, this is rumor. It's rumor. So rumor says that Anne Boleyn went to her brother and was like, let me turn down my music. She went to her brother, she's like, brother, dear brother, I have miscarried the king.